Hey there, this is Leo here. Hoping you're well, and I'm really excited to invite you into my world on this video. And I thought it'd be kind of cool just to make a video of a day in the life of Leo, to hang out with me for the day and really show you the realities of what a day in the life as a full-time online marketer can be. So I'm going to be just taking the camera with me today and sharing with you typically what a normal day looks like for me. And I'm making this video to you on a Tuesday, and I have set my online business up at this point that it runs on 3 days a week. I work 3 days a week on it: Tuesday, Wednesday and Thursday. So I have funneled all of my time into just those 3 days, and whether that's working on the marketing side of it or sending out broadcasts, making videos, new ads, hosting the weekly webinars, jumping on member calls, different things like that. I funnel all of that into Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I don't work Mondays, I don't work Fridays. Fridays is my catch-up day for learning. I do still follow that 80-20 rule. 80% of my time on my business and 20% of my time on my continued learning. And that's how my week looks now, and it's absolutely extraordinary. Yes, it's taken work, and yes, it's taken time to get to that point. But here I am living the laptop lifestyle, and I'm here to tell you it is extraordinary. And I hope just by hanging out with me for a day that you really get to see the realities of how this can be for you as well, not just for me, for you, because you're going to be seeing that I get to do so many of the things that I love doing every day, and you will also have that opportunity to do that and set that up as well. So with that, I'm going to get started. It is 6:25. I'm going to be regularly showing you the time, 6:25. So you can see it's dusk here. I'm out here on a patio. I typically start out my day hydrating. I do drink 2 liters of water a day. I like to stay nice and hydrated. And after my first 2 glasses of water, I then have my first coffee of the day. I love my macchiato. So that's what I do out here in the patio, usually about 6:15 in the morning. And I start to map out my goals for the day. So those of you that watch the calls I do, I'm big into goal setting. So I will literally sit down at the beginning of every day and say, okay, what is it I want to focus on today? And what is it that I want to accomplish? And that's typically when I get my day started. I will typically, I may just jump on and just have a quick look at emails, just to see if there's anything pressing that's there. I'll have a quick look at my ads, how they're performing. But for the most part, that's how I start my day. We do leave here by about 7 o'clock to drop my wife into work. So we're going to be leaving shortly, and then the next part of this video I'll be picking up somewhere out of here. So hang out with me for the day. It's going to be fun. Really hope you enjoy this. All right, see you soon. Okay, so it is a little after 7 a.m. Hi. And just dropping my wife into work. A little after 7, and from there I'm going to be getting my beach walk in. As you guys know, I love my beach walk every morning. Something really interesting that I'm going to show you now is the lack of traffic. It is pretty much, we have the street all to myself. The reason I'm showing you this now, I'll show you the difference on my way back home when it hits rush hour traffic and that dreaded daily commute. I just don't have to deal with that anymore. It's absolutely amazing. So I will see you very soon from the beach. Okay, it is, what do we got, 7:20 in the morning here. Just dropped my beautiful wife to work, and I'm doing what I love doing. And I'm sure this probably looks pretty familiar because most of my broadcasts, most of my ads are from right around here. And this, to me, is where, this magic of time freedom just takes it to another level, because before I started my online business, I was in a traditional job, 6 days a week actually. Stuck in traffic every day. I got to do this one time a week, literally on a Sunday. It was the only day that I could get to the beach to walk or snorkel. And to now get to do that 7 days a week, it's absolutely extraordinary. And it just puts a smile on my face every day. You know, I should have mentioned this morning when I was out on the patio having that, doing my goals for the day and my hydrating and my macchiato. A huge part of it is how I feel when I wake up in the morning. I used to be anxious. I used to go to bed anxious, and I used to wake up anxious because I was heading into a high pressure job that, if I'm being honest, I didn't enjoy it. And I see how I am now when I get up in the morning. I literally jump out of bed. I can't wait to get started. And that's the reality. It's not just having the time freedom, it's how it makes you feel. And it really, really is extraordinary. So yeah, just wanted to share that. I'm going to hit my 5k walk, pick up the speed a bit, and I will pick you back up on the other side. Cheers. Quick fun fact, I used to work here. This is the Ritz Carlton resort, obviously Grand Cayman. And not that long ago, I worked here. I was a food and beverage director, and I was a semi-workaholic. I would start at typically about 5:45 in the morning. I'd have 2 or 3 meetings to get to throughout the morning. I'd then work a split shift. I'd take a couple of hours off in the afternoon, and I'd be back in the evening overseeing operations. Pardon me. Typically, I'd finish at 10 o'clock at night. So I was literally clocking up 12 to 14, sometimes 15 hours a day. And I decided I need a change. And it was a great position, great money. I was comfortably making 6-figure salary, but I just didn't want to do that anymore. I had no quality of life. And in 2020, that's when I said enough is enough. And that's when I made the decision to fully commit to learning, launch you, apply myself, start applying everything I learned, and then in the space of 17 months, I now get to live literally the laptop lifestyle. Cool story, right? Okay, so it is 8:15, 5k walk done. Apologize if I'm a little bit sweaty here. It was a power walk. Next stop, I do it every morning, Starbucks. Coffee number 2, coming right up. And this is something I just love to do every morning. And I typically will just sit down for about 15 minutes with my coffee, and I just people watch. I don't take my phone out. I love to people watch. And it's something I got from working in a different lifetime on cruise ships for 20 years. And any chance I got, I just love getting off the ship even for an hour, just to sit at a coffee stop and just watch people. It's a fascination of mine. More recently, before I moved to Cayman, I lived in Italy, in Naples for 10 months. And I absolutely loved people watching, loved that culture, the Italian, the Spanish culture, of just pushing pause and just be in the moment. And it's absolutely wonderful. So I do that every morning, right over here, 15 minutes, and then I head for home and I get back to it. So I will see you back home. Look at this, guys. This is about 90 minutes later from when we drove in this morning. Look at the traffic. The daily grind, the daily commute. This was me. For years, I was this exact person, right here, right here, right here. And I would typically have spent 2 hours every single day, 6 days a week, commuting in and out of work because I was working split shifts. That was time I never get back. That's 12 hours a week. 50, let's say 50 weeks of the year I was working. That's 600 hours every year wasted, stuck in traffic. That equates to 25 days. I was literally spending more time stuck in traffic going to work than the 3 weeks vacation, 21 days vacation that I got every year. So those of us in this space, we have found a better way. I now get to do things completely different, and I don't have to deal with this anymore. I do way cooler stuff that you're just about to see. I'm about 5 minutes from home. I'll see you there. Okay, so I'm shooting this literally 5 minutes after the video I shot of the traffic coming home. I think you know where this is going to go. Okay, that was amazing. Great swim. I feel fresh. I am ready to get rolling. So it's a little after 9 a.m. It's about 9:10, 9:09, and I'm going to start working. So typically what's going to be happening, I usually start my work at 9 a.m. and I'll work for about 4 to 5 hours. So by 2 o'clock, I will be finished. And what I'm going to be doing now is actually sharing with you my work, what I actually do with my online business. So I'm going to spend about an hour and a half doing that, an hour and a half here. I won't be spending an hour and a half with you, but I'm going to work for about the next hour and a half. And at 10:30, I'm actually going to pack up my laptop and I'm going to drive to one of the resorts that I love to hang out with here. I have 2 calls coming up today, one at 11 and one at 1 p.m. And that's the wonderful thing with this. You can work remotely. You grab your laptop, you take it anywhere. So I'm going to jump into showing you some stuff here, really cool stuff. And then I'm going to pack up the laptop and I'm going to head out of here and jump on some of those calls and share some of that with you. So excited to get into it with you. Okay, so this is one of the first things that I do when I start getting to work. I log into my emails and I check my emails now. I'm going to cover out that part on the left because I don't want to be giving out any sensitive information. But just to show you here, so this was throughout the night. If you have a look at the times here, so the beauty, and where I talk about this time freedom, your business, when you set it up, it literally works 24 hours a day. And it's quite amazing. I went to bed at, oh my gosh, early-ish last night. As you probably can tell, I generally like to start early and finish early. So yeah, I went to bed about 9 p.m. last night. And just look at all this business that was being generated while I was sleeping, through the night, and even into this morning. Remember, I made that first part of the video at, gosh, what was about 6:30? And then I've been on the beach, getting a walk, going for a swim, driving home. Look, all that time, I was getting more and more business coming in. And that's the beauty of learning automated systems. So I will probably spend about the next 30 minutes responding to some emails from people that have some questions. So that's the first thing I'll get into. From there, I will check my Facebook group. So when new members come in, I invite them to join my private Facebook group. And I actually host weekly webinars for members, support webinars. And they take place today, every Tuesday. And that's something that I like to provide a lot of, you can see there some videos posted. I like to provide a lot of additional support and coaching and mentoring to members that I bring into this space. And I really, really enjoy doing that. So I do always check in with my Facebook group. There's a lot of interaction and comments, some questions from members. So I'll always make time for that. So I'll be getting into that after I go through my emails. And it's just a really, really fun group. Next, I'll get into, so after the emails and my Facebook group, I'll actually go in and check on the performance of my campaigns. Now, this is all just going to look like numbers to you watching this. When you start marketing online, you're going to be putting ads out there on whatever platform. It might be YouTube, it might be Facebook, it might be blogging, TikTok, Instagram. You're going to need a platform in order to put those ads out there. And that's exactly what this is. So I'll go in and I'll check how my ads performed yesterday, which was April 4th. And I look very closely at those numbers to make sure that a campaign is profitable for me. That's the sort of stuff that you're going to be learning in this space. You don't get to do this until you go through all the step-by-step training. So it's tied to it. That's where, again, it's tied to the automated systems. But when you learn how to do it and you start applying it, it is absolutely mind-blowing. So I'll always check my ads. And this is my automated email system. It's called Aweber. So when we talk about automated systems that work 24/7, so when you watched my video and you wanted to learn more and you signed up, entered your name and email, I was not sitting on my laptop waiting to send you the workshops and emails. Once you signed up, the automated systems will automatically start sending you out that information. And it's called Aweber. It's my best friend. I absolutely love Aweber because Aweber works for me 24/7, 365 days a year. It basically runs my business for me, and I absolutely love it. I'll spend time there making sure the systems are working okay. I look at some of the open rates and different things like that. I'm constantly tweaking the emails. Now in the last couple of months, I'm branding towards time freedom and a 3-day work week. So I'm gradually adjusting some of those email broadcasts to reflect that, which is also why I'm doing this. So I hope you've enjoyed this. That is my business. That's what I spend my few hours a day doing 3 times a week. And hopefully you're starting to see now that is where the magic of automated systems, it's like nothing else in a traditional job. Nothing can touch it. Nothing can touch it. So I'm gonna get into the work that I've been showing you there, and then I'll get packed up. I'll check in with you in a little bit, okay? Okay, so it is just a little after 10:30. Managed to catch up my emails and get everything that I needed to get done. Laptop is now loaded up and I'm on the move. I'm going to be jumping on to one of 2 calls at 11 o'clock. So I'm going to get moving and I will check in with you from the hotel. Okay, so I am now set up working remotely. As I was saying to you, did about an hour and a half of work at home this morning. Packed up the laptop. I have 2 calls coming up today. And one of them, I've just keyed up the call, and I'm really excited to share this surprise with you, because those of you that are members watching this will recognize this gentleman right away. It gives me great pleasure to introduce Mr. Justin Wolfe, none other. And listen, I am very privileged. I get to get some one-on-one coaching with Justin typically every month. And it's just based on, the results that I've achieved in this amazing space, pretty much in my first year. So I'm not lucky, I'm fortunate. I put in the work, worked really hard for it, and I positioned myself that I get to hang out with this absolute legend in this space. And I continue to grow and I continue to learn. So I thought you'd enjoy that surprise, and I have one more surprise coming up, but I'm gonna get back on with Justin because his time is valuable. See you soon. Okay, so this is the last section, the second call that I said I had today. It's coming up to 2 p.m. here. That is the end of my workday, and I've actually just been hanging out with these amazing people here, hosting a member webinar. We've just been on for the last hour, and this is something we do every Tuesday for new members coming in, which you will also have an opportunity to join. So really looking forward to that. But just wanted to wrap it up here. I will give some final thoughts when I get back home, and just to wrap up this day, and just to thank you for hanging out with me, okay? Cheers. Okay, so my work day is complete, done. I packed up the laptop from the hotel and just driven a few minutes down the beach, and I now get to do one of my favorite things. I'm going snorkeling. And this I try and do every day because I absolutely love it. It's one of my favorite things to do. So I'm going to be headed in there. I have my beach chair set up. I'm going to be hanging out on the beach here for about the next 2 hours. And then at about 4:30, I'll leave to collect my wife, and then we will head for home. And I will wrap this up with one final video share when I do get back home. This is what time freedom can look like. It is absolutely extraordinary. I really hope you have been enjoying hanging out with me and in just seeing what an online marketer can set up to have your life like. It is quite extraordinary. So hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you for the last video share when I get back home. And here we are back where it all began, and I really hope you've been enjoying this opportunity just to come and hang out together. I know I had a lot of fun making it, and I really hope you enjoyed it. And we have this kind of mindset in this space of creating. It's called creating your average perfect day, and that's what I did today. It's an average day for me, but it's perfect. It's exactly how I want to spend my days. And I just want you to know that that is an opportunity for you too. There's nobody that cannot succeed in this space if you commit to learning and applying yourself and leaning into some things that may make you uncomfortable because you may feel that any number of things that I know I felt I was too old to start something new. I was 52. No, I wasn't. Or that I didn't have enough computer skills, or any number of things. If you let those things constantly hold you back, then nothing's going to change. Wherever you are in your life right now, and I genuinely hope it's a very happy place, but chances are there's something you're looking to change, because when you first saw my ad, that could have been days, weeks, or even months ago, there was something in you wanted to explore this more, right? And that was most probably because you wanted to change something in your life. And so that's most probably still the case. And every day that goes by that you do not take action to make that change, it's never going to happen on its own. What you're feeling right now, that's going to be the same a day, a week, a month, 6 months, a year from now, if you don't do something different about it. That's just the reality of it. So here's what I recommend. Have a conversation with yourself if you are willing and ready to take that next step. And maybe it is the right time for you, or maybe it's not the right time for you. It's going to be your choice. So, have that conversation with yourself. If you are determined to put steps in place to begin to create an amazing life, then this is the place to do it. This came into your life. I came into your life at the time I did for a very specific reason. So you can choose to either respond to that, do something with that, or choose to completely ignore it, do nothing about it. Nothing's ever going to change. That's your choice. I'm here to reassure you that those that do step into this space will have so much support, not just from me, but from the community as well. So it's up to you at this point. If you can commit to 1 hour a day learning, as you saw when I started showing you the business parts on the email, it's going to take learning. But if you can find just 1 hour a day, 5 or 6 times a week to start learning, if you can see the value in investing in your education, and by the way, that education is going to cost you less than the price of a cappuccino every day, less than the price of a daily coffee. That's what you're going to have access to, the exact same training program that has given me this lifestyle and that has made me tens upon thousands of dollars. It's a no-brainer. So, rather than looking for reasons not to do this, try and pivot that and say, what's it going to take in order for me to do that? For me, I just got up an hour earlier. Simple as that. I made the time because it was that important to me. By the way, that was the best hour of my day. It gave me so much joy because it was giving me hope for change. And the more time I spent learning, the more excited I was getting. That's what's waiting for you. So if at this point, first of all, thank you for hanging out with me. But if at this point, you're simply not resonating with this, that you think, nah, he's making it up, it's not real, I'm sorry, I'm not here to convince you of anything. I'm here to present you with a solution to whatever it is you want to change your life. I'm not here to convince you or try and sell you anything. Not at all. So if you still feel that this is too good to be true, that it's a scam, that it's this or that, it's best you just unsubscribe. So I won't keep bothering you with emails and you can just get on with your life then. It's all about decisions. And when I made that one decision in August 2020 to take that next step without knowing really what I was getting into, but knew that this was what I wanted to do, that's the day my life changed. And I could have so easily let that pass me by and say, I'm not sure, I don't have time, maybe it's not real. Easy to find reasons not to. Thankfully, I got past those reasons not to and said, I want to find out for myself. And you know what? It came with a 30-day refund on your first month, which still does, by the way. It's like there is literally nothing to lose by even test driving this for a few weeks and see for yourself. So that's it. You can see I'm obviously passionate about what I do. But listen, I hope you have enjoyed hanging out with me. I really, certainly enjoyed putting it together. Hope you found some value in this. As always, reply to any of my emails, reach out to me. If you have any questions, anything I can help you with, please just connect with me. And as always, thank you so much for watching.